Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to see how fast guests walk in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. When you look at a crowded park, you will notice that not all guests walk at the same speed. The speed at which guests walk on flat ground is influenced by two factors: their energy level and their nausea level. A higher energy level means that guests will walk faster, and a higher nausea level means that the guests will walk slower. To determine how fast they walk, I have set up a little race with 3 participants. They will all walk the length of the red path, which is exactly 10 tiles. From their times we can calculate how fast they walked. Before the start, I want to quickly introduce our 3 brave participants. At the top we have Dina M, and she is fully energized and ready to go. In the middle we have Henry P. He is incredibly tired but otherwise healthy and still very happy to go. And last but not least we have Tess P. She is, just like Henry, very tired and unfortunately also very ill. The hamburgers from Hamburger Stand 1 had some rotten flesh in them, and Tess is currently experiencing the consequences of that. Despite this, she is still happy to partake in this guest race. What a trooper she is. Alright, they're all standing at the starting line and they're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off. Dina has taken an early lead and looks to be going for the win. She really is booking it. And her final time is 7 seconds and 91 hundredths, an amazingly fast time. Henry and Tess seem to need a little bit more time to complete the track, which is understandable as they haven't slept in days and are absolutely exhausted. Henry is pulling away from Tess and is getting really close to the finish now. Let's see what his time will be. It's 29 seconds and 9 tenths, just under half a minute. It's far behind Dina, but also still far ahead of Tess. Speaking about Tess, poor girl, she's ill and tired and now also has to experience a crushing defeat in this guest race. Slowly but surely she is making her way to the finish line now. Will she make it in under a minute? We'll see it in just a few seconds. She's getting really close now, and her final time is 1 minute and 83 hundredths, just over a minute. What a shame. And there we have it. Dina easily won this race, Henry placed second, and poor Tess ended up in last place. Now that we have their times, we can do some math on this to determine how fast they were walking. Before we can calculate their walking speeds, we first need to know how long a tile exactly is. This is quite tricky as the game is not consistent with this at all. According to the park size value in the park statistics window, one tile is 10 square meters, which means that the length of a tile is 3.16 meters or 10.37 feet. However, if you build a coaster that is 200 tiles long and divide the length by 200, you will find that one tile is 4.25 meters or 13.93 feet. You could calculate the length of a tile in other ways still, but I will use these two values and will just say that the speed at which guests walk is somewhere in the range that these two values give. The final calculation is quite easy. All we have to do is divide the length of 10 tiles by the time it took the guests to walk that length. This will give the answer in meters per second, which is not very intuitive for most people, so I will translate this to kilometers per hour and miles per hour to make it easier to understand. This gives the following results. As you can see, the fastest guests are not just walking quickly, they're sprinting everywhere at ridiculous speeds. 19.3 kilometers per hour is about 4 times as fast as the normal walking speed of a human and about as fast as a world-class marathon runner. But while marathon runners can only keep it up for about 2 hours or maybe a little bit longer, these guests can keep it up indefinitely, making them the best runners in the world. Very tired guests are walking at speeds that most people actually walk at, between 3.8 and 5.1 kilometers per hour. This is a difference of roughly a factor 4 with the energized guests, and I don't know about you, but when I am energized I definitely don't suddenly run 4 times as fast as I walk when I'm tired. It's like the guests get their energy by drinking pure steroids or something. When guests are ill, they walk twice as slow as compared to when they're not ill, which is actually quite reasonable. About 2 km per hour seems a reasonable speed to walk at when you're very tired and very ill. However, this also means that guests that are fully energized and very sick jog at a speed of about 9 km per hour or 5.6 miles per hour, which is something that I definitely cannot do. So, in conclusion, when guests are fully energized, they can match Olympic marathon runners, but as soon as they get a little bit tired, they slow down to a normal pace, and when they're ill, they walk twice as slow as when they're not ill. And that was it for this video. If you liked it, consider giving it a like and maybe even subscribe or support me on Patreon if you really want to. Thank you all for watching and I will see you in the next video.